Hello and welcome to Beginner Guitar Academy Show. Now in the Academy Show I go over what's happened in the previous month within Beginner Guitar Academy, just bring you up to speed in case you haven't logged in for a little while or your emails are getting a little bit jam-packed, you haven't seen the weekly member news. This is just an opportunity for me to bring you up to speed and make sure you haven't missed out on anything that has happened recently. So let's dive straight in. So first thing is member news, and first thing to do is welcome the new members. So we had Raj, Josh, Douglas, Ken and Michael join us in December. So welcome guys. If you haven't already, head over to the community and just do a little introductory post there just so I can get to know you a little bit better and kind of answer any questions that you currently have. Also, I want to say well done to Raj, Lani, Josh and Mark who submitted and passed their progress check this month. And to Josh, Kai and Douglas who finished their level assessments. And I think all three were level 1. So have completed level 1, now on to level 2. And then the next thing to talk about is member of the month. And member of the month this month is Murray. And Murray is actually member of the month last month, so he's doing awesome. You become member of the month just from your interaction engagement within the community. But I should say that Douglas and Lani were actually very close behind Murray. So we'll see if one of those can knock Murray off the #1 spot next month. So well done Murray for becoming member of the month. Okay, so Academy news, and what I'm going to do is dive into the Academy and show you kind of the things were released this year. Obviously, it's always a little bit of a slower month in December because we take a couple of weeks off for Christmas, but we still did do some cool stuff. So the first thing was the workshop of the month. We did learn to play Run Rudolph Run. Now, it's a really cool song. Also, obviously a Christmas classic, but beyond that, it's a great rock and roll classic. So I break this down, and I can show you actually the handout will probably be a lot quicker. So we break down playing a 12-bar blues. We talk about how a 12-bar blues is constructed. We do it using open chords, then build up to these power chords, then build in the added sixth to the power chords, giving that kind of classic rock and roll rhythm kind of pattern. Then look at movable power chords, then add in the pinky finger to make it a movable power chord with the added sixth. And we also go over the classic intro and the outro and also the solo as well. So complete overview of the whole song, going from complete beginning of the open chords to the harder, more intermediate movable power chords and the advanced kind of solos and stuff. So again, a really classic one for Christmas, but also we look at the kind of quintessential classic rock and roll licks, like these double stops, like these little hammer-ons moving from the minor to major third, these little kind of half-step bends and stuff. There's loads of cool little rock and roll bits there you can sink your teeth into. So it's a great song to learn basically anytime, not just at Christmas. So that was our workshop. Learn to play Run Rudolph Run. You'll find that guys just by going to dashboard and hitting the workshop. And this is one of about 20 something workshops now. I've lost count, there's so many. There's so much good stuff here, like learn to play Nirvana riffs, get to grips with bar chords, beginning fingerstyle, Eric Clapton riffs, how to set up an amp and use effects. Space Oddity by Bowie, 5 Johnny Cash riffs, Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran, get to grips with power chords. There's loads of good stuff there. Each one's about an hour long and takes you right through everything you need to know, for instance, with power chords, from open power chords all up to closed power chords. And there's a few riffs and exercises in there to get you going as well. So everything you need to. So check out the workshop section because there's some really cool stuff in there. Now also, we have got a few resources to accompany the podcast, which I'll go through in a minute, the release this week. Or this month, I should say. Now, if you go to resources, and then here they all are, and it's just PDF accompanies, little workbooks. So one of the ones I released in December, one of the podcasts, was Notes Down the Neck. So there's a little workbook here. Now I'm going to update these workbooks soon, so you can actually fill them in online. Now I've worked out how to do it, so make them fillable. And just takes you through the notes, gives you a few exercises. And then at the end, we do have some actual exercise I'll walk you through of how to practice that. And then right at the end, we have answers. So you can just double check that what you've marked at the top here with the questions is actually correct. So that's really cool. A nice little theory kind of workbook there to go through. So definitely check that out, guys. And then moving on from that, we had our podcast this month. And obviously it was Christmas. There's some Christmas ones to kick us off with. So we had gifts for guitar players. And I've actually got a few review videos, some of the gifts I talk about here. Practice prompt cards. There's a collection of picks as well, Dunlop variety pack I'm going to review as well. So watch out for that, that'll be coming out soon. So that was really nice. Some nice things to go through there. Obviously, if you've got your birthday coming up soon, that could be a good thing. Some good gift ideas there. 7 reasons why you're not progressing. Now, that's a really good one. If you find you're a bit stagnant, you're not really kind of going as quick as you like, there's some good ideas there why that might be the case and some things you can kind of troubleshoot and hopefully make you move forward a little bit quicker. When to learn the notes down the neck. Now, that was the accompaniment I showed you a minute ago in the Academy, the PDF. So when to learn it, because I quite often see beginners stressing that, oh no, I find it really hard to learn the notes down the guitar neck, when they shouldn't be learning them yet. You want to learn the notes when you can actually use the notes. People try and learn those notes too quickly when they're actually only playing in the open position, things like their chords and their scales and stuff like that. Well, it's a waste of time. You're not going to retain that information because you're not using it. But I go over a lot more detail about that in the podcast. 10 New Year's resolutions, this is quite a cool one. Loads of good ideas there of how to rock 2022. Some ideas that you can think that will challenge you this year and kind of set yourself up with some goals. That's really good. And this is something that's quite cool that I did on the 31st, not long ago. It's a 2-part series on the 10 best guitar players of 2021. So in Total Guitar Magazine, in their latest issue, they run down basically the best guitar players 2021, and it's voted by the readers of that magazine. And so I've just done obviously a little walk through that. So really good actually, because there's a few players that I've not heard of before in the top 10. So really good for kind of helping you listen to more music, which was one of the 10 New Year's resolutions to rock 2022, was listen to more music. And some really good artists. You'll probably find there'll be some good stuff there to inspire you, to motivate you, and kind of push you forward. So they're all the podcasts. So let's move on. Okay guys, so next up is coming soon. So what you can expect to see in the Academy this month and moving forward, obviously new year. And a question I put in the Academy this week for our question of the week was, what do you want to see in the Academy this year? So head over to the community guys and let me know. Just drop a little comment there if perhaps you want to learn metal guitar or you want to work more on rhythm, or you can't get your head around your timing, you're a bit unsure about maybe more advanced techniques, or particular artist, you're a real fan of pop guitar and I haven't really gone over that too much in the Academy. Anything like that, let me know so I can help get the content this year to match obviously what members are looking for. So that obviously really helps me know what you guys want. So head over to Academy and let me know in there. The big thing as well at the minute is the practice challenge. That kicked off on January the 1st, actually kicked off a few days before that, but a 2-week challenge I'm hosting over on Facebook in a Facebook group. That's where I'm spending a lot more time at the minute answering questions and putting on content. So a lot of members are already there, BJ members. If you haven't, guys, let me know, and obviously I can send you a link to access that. You'll probably see the emails coming out anyway. But yeah, check that out because that's going to be really useful for getting structured practice and give a few little practice tips as well. And obviously kickstart the year as well. We're trying to practice every day for 2 weeks. Then hopefully that obviously continue throughout the year and you'll just see yourself progressing a lot better and make 2022 your best year for guitar. Other things we talk about, level 3 videos. That's my mission for January, is to finish off the level 3 videos. I've been going through different levels, updating videos and adding new content. And it takes quite a while. So I'm nearly there with the level 3 stuff. It's all planned out. Just got to get in the studio now and record that. And that should be done by the end of the month. Then on to level 4, then level 5. Then I'll loop back around and redo level 1, as well as update quite a lot of the riff and song videos, which are already on the website as well. Everything's just getting a bit of an overhaul. Now I've got a better setup, better audio, better video quality. I'm a bit fussy. So I want to make sure it looks really good and looks really cool. So that's my main challenge for January, is updating the videos, and moving forward, it'll be probably the first half of this year will be just updating a lot of the video content and make sure that looks really good for you guys. So practice challenge, video content are my main missions. And again, let me know in the community, guys, what you want to see. The song workshop this month is going to be biggest selling songs of 2021. So watch out for that. I'll be releasing the more details about that in probably the next few days. So watch out on the dashboard of the Academy because that will go live there. So that's all the stuff that's going to happen in January and the next few months. So the only thing that's left to say then, guys, is thank you so much for your support through 2021 and being a member of BJ. And I'm really looking forward to obviously 2022 and helping you guys rock that year. Hopefully you all had a awesome new year, and I look forward to rocking 2022 with you.